It might be Dizzy girls are the hottest of girls in the world, but there's only one hot guy in the world. He goes by the name of John Abraham. I'm sure everyone's glued to the radios right now. John, welcome to Buzz Asia.
Thank you, Bob.
I tell you what, do you know what? I go weak at the knees when he talks to me. He's been here for about 4 minutes now, and I've been trying to compose myself as best and in a manly way as possible. And John, stop looking at me, please. I think for the rest of the duration of this interview, if you look kind of to the left, not at me, yeah?
I'm happy looking
and I'll kind of look
left.
at my screen. Let's not make eye contact. I know Bibasha might be listening and she might be, you know, after Dostana, you never know.
Yeah, totally.
So how's your trip been to London so
and
far?
And Abhishek pretty much looks like you.
Really?
Yes,
Is that because of the facial hair?
Yeah.
I think that's the only common thing I've got with you right now. Talking about facial hair, what's going on with you? Are you trying to do the whole rough and ready look right now?
Yeah, actually for a film, yes. My director's instructed me not to go clean right now, and he wants a heavy stubble, and he wants me to be larger in terms of constitution, which is why I've been working out and trying to look a little more presentable in a different way.
You're looking big, a lot bigger than, you know, like when they say someone looks quite good in person as opposed to how they look on screen. You look a lot bigger in person than you do on screen.
Yeah,
have you been working out a lot to
Yeah, I've taken 8 months off, and I've actually gone on a very strict regimen diet and try to concentrate on things that I think help in a disciplined way of life. I don't smoke, I don't drink, don't do drugs. So just lead a very boring life technically.
It's not boring, it's good.
Yeah.
It's a good example to set for your millions of fans.
I think so, you know, because it's important, and thanks for asking me this, because it's important for the youngsters who are listening to this, or parents who want to tell their children to know that it's important, A, to educate yourself, and B, to just be very disciplined and right about whatever you do.
Yeah, always.
Yeah.
Talking about being a good example, I've been doing my research into you, and I do follow your life. Not as much as my predecessor, Deepa Rai. She follows your life, literally twittering everying.
Well, I want to follow her life too.
Oh my God, Basha, hello. If anyone wanted to know, Deepa Rai's here right now. She kind of just literally ran off from her deck, and now she's here. And apparently, John said she's quite good looking.
Yeah, I must have done something really nice to have Deepa sitting here.
Out of 10, what would you give Deepa Rai?
I'd give her 11.
And what would you give me? Would you give me 1?
I'd give you a 6.
Give me 6.
Don't forget, I've done Dostana.
Oh, thanks. So yeah, going back to being a really good sort of role model.
Right.
You do a lot of work for charities and stuff. What made you get into that? I mean, being a film star and being so busy with your work and stuff.
You know, I mean, it's actually there's a strange dichotomy. As actors, we do charitable work just before our releases, and that's something that I've tried to stay away from. A, because my mother's been doing this for about 25 years now, and B, because I prefer that it was non-media, unless you really need to shout about a cause. So there's a lot of work I do through my parents, who do a lot of work for the Home for the Aged, for children suffering from cancer, and for animals. And there's a lot of work that I'm doing for the conservation of tigers and elephants back home. And where I have to go to the government and speak to those bureaucrats who just want money all the time to push my case. And what's my case? Just to save the animal. And that's something I do just because I feel the need to do it.
Is there sort of an opportunity to open John Abraham Zoo sometime soon then? I mean, that's a dream. It must be if you care about animals so much.
Well, you know, I have a brigade called John Abraham's Brigade. That's the Habitat for Humanity Brigade. And Habitat for Humanity is Jimmy Carter Work Foundation. And we've started something in India where we've built homes for 50,000 people last year. And I ask youngsters not for money, but just their time and their energy to help me build the home physically.
Brilliant.
And I get sponsors who put in money for the cement, like Birlas, who give me the cement, and certain financial services who give me X amount of money for township planning.
So it's using your sort of prominence as a star to kind of get things done.
And to speak to youngsters who want to do something good, speaking to corporates, you know, to tell them that as a part of their CSR, they can actually, you know, the corporate social responsibility, they can just really come out here and help out. So we've got a lot of people, and I think this world's filled with a lot of good people.
There are, you just need to get it out of them. That's
absolutely, yeah.
Right, you talked about your mum and dad quickly there, didn't you, about doing the charitable work through them.
Right.
I was going to say, what's the secret to being so good looking? And then looking at your parents, your mum's Parsi and your dad's Malayalam, yeah?
My mom's actually Irani.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but Zoroastrian, you're right, absolutely. and my father's a Syrian Christian, and I think I'm lucky. I don't think I'm really good looking, and I don't mean to sound humble or something like that. But I think I'm just lucky and fortunate to
You're
be
lucky
where I
that you're
am.
beautiful. You could have been ugly, yeah.
I think I'm just okay, and I think it's nice that the audience has accepted me, because considering the fact that I've come from outside, and when you don't have any kind of family in the industry, it's a little difficult to sustain. And my strongest point is my audience. They've just held my hand and said, "Listen, we're here with you, and you do what you have to. You've made it on your own, and we're looking at you as our representation in this industry." So it feels really good.
Good. You say your strongest point is your audience. Another strong point for you must be Bips.
Yeah, she's
8 years, dude.
Deepa.
Yeah, I know Deepa said Deepa didn't tell the other way. But 8 years in a steady relationship in that industry, in that kind of environment where you're always, coming across beautiful women daily.
Right.
What's the secret to that? Longevity, come on.
Well, I think, love comes and goes, but respect stays. And I think I respect Bipasha for the woman she is. I remember when Jism happened, I don't think any actress in her place would have wanted to work with a newcomer, very honestly. So she's completely responsible for a lot of my success. And she's been a very strong factor, as like a solid pillar in my life, and telling me about films that I should do, should not do. Though we don't heed each other's advice, we don't call each other up 10 times a day, we don't hang out on each other's sets, there's no public display of affection. We've reached a maturity stage where we believe that if the relationship has to go on, it will. If we have to part ways, it wouldn't be because of any other man or woman. We'd probably part ways because of very different individual points of view. And at this point of time, I must say that every relationship has its own cycle. Love is there today, love may not be there tomorrow, but the respect stays. So I really respect Bipasha.
Okay, awesome. Right, we're gonna have a bit of fun with you right now.
Yeah.
To see you're releasing a film very shortly called Jhuta Hi Sahi.
Jhuta Hi Sahi.
Jhuta Hi Sahi, right?
I want you to just pronounce that for me.
Jhuta Hi Sahi.
That's awesome.
Why? What is it that much of a big deal?
The first one is Jhuta Hi Sahi.
Jhuta Hi Sahi.
It might as well be in a shoe.
Oh, Jhuta.
Jhuta.
I'll pull some. Yeah, Sunrise Radio. They haven't got as much game as Buzz.
Okay.
We are the better station. So just quickly, it's all about true or false, okay? Right, we're going to ask you questions about Bips, because it's about Jhuta Hi Sahi. True or false, Sachin Tendulkar is her favourite sports person?
True.
Wrong. It's David Beckham. And he's quite hot.
But she also likes Sachin Tendulkar.
No. These are the questions that you have to abide by.
But
True
how
or
do you...
false?
Who told you that David Beckham is her favourite? Okay.
True or false, her favourite film of all time is Sholay?
False, completely.
Okay, what is it?
That I don't know.
Godfather. Okay, so you at least know that. True or false, her favourite colour is pink?
True.
Ah, well done.
Yeah.
You know what? 2 out of 3 is not bad.
Not bad.
I think you got a bit left in that relationship.
Yeah.
And now, do you want to tell us about the film that you're releasing very quickly?
Well, it's a feel-good film. It's fun, and it's a film where we go in with a lot of stress of work, etc. But when you go in and see a film, you want some gratification. You just want to smile. You want to feel like you want to feel good, and you'll identify with the characters. And this film is especially meant for people who are in love. This film is especially meant for people who are in a relationship and not in love.
Pretty much the whole world.
Yeah, pretty much. In fact, a lot of people who are in relationships and probably are attracted to someone else, this film is so bang on for them, because it's a comedy of errors, and it's funny, and it's sad at points where you kind of say, "Oh, this shouldn't have happened," and it's sweet. It's a sweet film.
When you came out in Jism,
right?
Obviously, you were a newcomer back then, and now you're doing a film with a newcomer, the wife of the director, I believe.
Right.
How was it working with her? Did you feel like you were swapping roles with what Bips did for you?
Oh, that's a very interesting way of looking at it. But yes, it's probably one full circle, and it was my recommendation to work with a newcomer. And given an option, I'd only work with newcomers. And Bob, I really want to say something on your show. Just as we were talking, Mahesh Bhatt called me today, and he said, "Son, are you interested in doing Jism too?" So I go back and I actually listen to the script, because that's the place I started from.
You heard it here first.
Yep.
Jism 2. If you need a newcomer,
Yeah.
I've kind of got a womanly figure.
You've got a
Let me
jism.
know. I've got a jism. Talking about jism, can I quickly touch your bare six-pack?
Yeah.
And you can touch my bare one-pack. Ready?
Okay.
Live on Buzz Asia. We're going to touch each other. Dostana style. Ready? No. I'm going under your T-shirt. Oh, solid. Ready? Not so solid. And he felt the hairy belly too. Right, we're going to introduce a song from your movie, Jhuta Hi Sahi. It's by a guy called Rashid Ali. And apparently it's got a lot of acclaim back in Mumbai.
Cry Cry?
Yeah, no. The track number 9. It's,
Oh, Call Me Dil. It's
yeah, Call Me
awesome.
Dil. It's like the title track of the
It's my favorite, and it's my prediction that that's going to be the #1 track very, very soon.
Wow, you're a Joshi as well, not just an actor.
Yeah, well, I'm
My
sure.
prediction. Okay, so you call me Dil,
Call you Dil. Dil?
I call you Dil. Dil,
Dil.
and here's the track.
So sweet.
John Abraham, it's been an absolute pleasure. Take care.
Thank you.
Any last words for your fans?
Well, thank you for just being there for me. Thank you so much. Love you guys.
Do you know what? He is an absolute legend. In person, I can say it. And he'll be back soon, I'm sure. John, take care.
Thank you.